I just accidentally threw a chair out the window. Look, there's some part of everybody that if you grab a wand, you just know somewhere in your knower that like if you just got the words right and the hand gesture just right, it would actually do something. I'm Daniel Whittington, Chancellor of Wizard Academy and Whiskey Marketing School, a level 4 whiskey sommelier. This is a gift, from Lauren and Angela Nelson. Thank you, guys. Daft Mill. I cannot hear that name without thinking Daft Punk. But it is actually an old, Scottish farm distillery by the Cuthbert family. And they only run it on like non-farm producing seasons. So it's baby. And I like that their labeling, it reminds me of independent bottling. So every time I see this, I think, oh, an independent bottling of Daft Mill. And then I look at it, I'm like, no, this is their label. It is Daft Mill. This is 12-year-old single malt from Lowland Scotch. This is the 2010, released in 2023. Ooh. Pungent. It's nice. There's a thing that I get in some lowland malts, and Auchentoshan is one of them. There's this really nice, in a good way, this nice like honeyed vanilla peach grass, and there's grass like in the direction of like lemongrass, but not lemon, but like that sort of like it's a grassy note, but it's herbal and slightly citrusy. Green apples. In a way that's reminiscent of a good Irish, actually. Yeah, you know what's funny? This might be psychosomatic, but I said lemongrass, and now all I can smell is lemon zest. I've been obsessed with this dish at this local restaurant for the last, 2 months. I found it 2 months ago, and I've eaten there, I think, over 20 times in the last 2 months now. Because I can't stop. And it's a Vietnamese restaurant, and they make this lemongrass tofu rice noodle bowl in sauce. I might leave right now and go get it. But I've been having a lot of lemongrass for the last 2 months, and I think that's why it popped into my head. But now I'm smelling lemon zest and green apple. This is nice. This is really light and beautiful, very pretty. The Kingdom of Fife. A family-owned and operated seasonal distillery located in the heart of the Kingdom of Fife. Cask strength, 58.7. Woo dog. Here we go. Ooh, I like it. It's waxy. Really waxy. Like Kleinlich waxy. Oh, I like it a lot. Guys, they started in 2005. And super low volume. I have been sleeping on Daft Mill. This is good. Francis and Ian Cuthbert. Now all I can think is, if you're a super nerd of a certain age, there was a there's a Canadian television production of Anne of Green Gables. And the main character in the Anne of Green Gables, which were written stories by Ellen Montgomery, was Marilla Cuthbert. And that's every time I see that name, I just think, Anne of Green Gables. Carrots. Your hair looks like carrots. I love the Anne of Green Gables. I actually own all the books and even read the Ellen Montgomery books. Nerd. I'm giving it a second to sit. I'm going to add a little water since it's so high proof. Lauren and Angela, did you guys try this before you gifted it? Curious as to your thoughts. When you see this, I'm going to let that settle for a second. Recently I've been realizing that a lot of my tasting notes, you'll see me use them in cycles. right? Sort of like, remember when you like learned a word and you thought it was cool and you were like using it all the time, and then you sort of get tired of it and you stop using it, and you sort of have these seasons of these are your default words. I've realized over the 10 years of this channel, I go through seasons of like default tasting notes. My brain tends to call this one thing always this one word, and then eventually I get bored of that and try to come up with a better way to say it, and then I end up defaulting into a new thing. Citrus, zest, and tangy is my current thing that I just shows up all the time in my tasting notes. And I say that because this is all of those things. With a little bit of water, it got a little bit more fruit and a little less zesty and citrus. Vanilla cream. Like, wow, like creme brulee. That is dense. Wow, a little bit of water made that super dense. But there is a grassiness to this, and I've often wondered, there's a handful of lowland distilleries, but I found it first in Auchentoshan. I've wondered if that grassy element is a marker of lowland scotch, and I have nothing scientific to base this on at all. It's just, I've tasted a bunch of lowlands, I keep finding this thing in common, there's this grassy element. And this has it, and it could be that I was looking for it, so I found it. Because we are suggestible human beings. But I like it. They are using Optic barley. 15 first fill bourbon casks, barreled or filled in the first half of 2010, stored on the ground floor in the Dunnage House, bottled in 2023. That's incredible, man. I love all of the information that they're giving on this. So, super simple graphics and logos, but I gotta say, I'm a fan. Thanks to Lauren and Angela, and cheers to you guys. I'm really glad you're here. If you like daft things, then you probably like this channel. You should like and subscribe to the daftness.